For a lot of people, Barrett is overrated, and I understand why though. He's playing for the Knicks, who have been one of the most disappointing teams in the NBA. And if we compare it to his draft class, he has not been one of the most successful players in that class. Ja Morant is already an MVP candidate, Jordan Poole already won a championship, Tyler Hero won the 6th Man of the Year, and Zion already put up 27 points per game while shooting 60% from the field in his sophomore season, which made him an all-star. But outside all of that, RJ isn't really that far off from all of these players, as he averaged 20 points, almost 6 rebounds, 3 assists, while shooting 40% from the field and 34% from 3 last season. That is actually not that bad. To me, RJ is not overrated but properly rated, and I feel like the Knicks need to give him the keys to lead the franchise. So let's get right into the video and find out as to why the Knicks should give him the keys and as to why I believe he's properly rated. RJ is 22 and has the rare physical build of a solid 2-3 who can switch 1 through 4. He's also not afraid to go get rebounds with the bigs. He also has a high basketball IQ as well, and most of the times he was able to show that in a pick and roll situation, as he was able to recognize the help early and drive the pass into the roller with ease most of the times. And as the season went on, he was able to notice the help early and faster, which means to me he can become a great playmaker in the future. Plus, he was able to run the fast break and finish in transition. And it's rare to find a scoring wing, which he is, able to do all of those things. Plus, he did that while still being a pretty good defender. Through the first 33 games he played last season, he put up 15 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.3 assists per game, while having a 40-33-68 shooting split. But in the last 37 games he played, he put up way better numbers, almost 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists per game. And he also shot the ball a tiny bit better, having a shooting split of 41, 34, 72. But you can look at this and say, the only reason he put up better numbers was because he played more minutes per game and was taking more shots. But this here shows me that he's built for the moments and is not afraid to take shots, even though his efficiency is not there, and that the Knicks are already sliding into letting him lead the team. The main reason his efficiency hasn't been that great, let's say last season or throughout his whole career, is because the shot quality has not been that great for him, since he had to create for himself most of the time and he didn't have the space to do so because he was playing alongside Julius Randle, who is a guy who needs the ball and tries to ISO most of the time. And we saw last season, Julius was not able to play at an all-star level like he did 2 years ago, which didn't help RJ get open looks or space the floor for him. And then we look at another player, Mitchell Robinson. He also does not stretch the floor because his offensive game is all about scoring in the inside, catching lobs, and getting putback. He does not have a 3. And of course, I know that there have been other players that by the time they were 22 years old, just like Barrett is today, that were able to create their own shots, some really great quality shots, and make those shots. But now that Barrett is going to be playing alongside Jalen Brunson, he doesn't need to be creating his shots most of the times, as Jalen Brunson is a great point guard that helped the Mavs make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. He's just going to be able to find Barrett the open looks that he never had throughout his career. I do feel like he's one of the best athletic players in the NBA right now, and it's going a little bit under the radar, but that's okay. And we also keep forgetting that he was able to score 46 points on the Miami Heat, a team that had Jimmy Butler last season, PJ Tucker that's now with the 76ers, Kyle Lowry, Ben Adebayo, so on and so on. They were one of the best defensive teams in the NBA last season, and he was able to score 46 points on them. That's incredible to me. But he does have some things that he needs to improve. One, we already mentioned it, his efficiency. It needs to go up, as he was able to put up 20 points per game and shot 40% from the field and 34% from 3. That's incredible, but he needs to bring that number up a little bit higher, and that will probably put him already in the conversation for all-star, you know what I mean? Because that will bump up his numbers to probably 25 points per game if he's able to shoot, let's say, 45% from the field. Another thing that he needs to improve also is his defense. He's a guy that can go 1 through 4, but he hasn't really locked down any of those players. And I feel like Hasise played at 6'7" and is really athletic, should be able to do that. I want to talk about the Knicks real quick. We all know that they are trying to trade for Donovan Mitchell, which could happen, may not, whatever. But they got Jalen Brunson throughout the free agency, which at first I was skeptical about it. I'm a Knicks fan, and I was thinking to myself, what are you doing signing Jalen Brunson to $110 million contract, I think it is? That's a lot of money for a point guard. But thinking back, it was a great move by the Knicks. They were able to get a point guard, something that they didn't have, a point guard that was able to help the Mavs make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. And if I remember correctly, Luka went down in the first round of the playoffs last season against the Utah Jazz, and Brunson was able to carry them throughout that series. Not throughout the whole series, but like I think through the first 3 games. He was able to lead the Mavs to 2-1 lead over the Utah Jazz. And I just feel like he's going to be able to help the whole team as a whole. I'm talking about the Knicks. He can probably unlock Obi Toppin's potential if Tom Thibodeau decides to finally play him. I do not get why he's not playing him. Quickly can be a solid point guard coming off the bench, you know, now that they have a starting point guard, and Jalen Brunson quickly doesn't need to do that job. He can come off the bench and be that 6th man of the year type player. Cam Reddish just needs to get the right opportunity to show what he's capable of. And Quentin Grimes shows so much potential in the summer league games. It's going to be incredible to see him play next season. And now Julius doesn't need to be an all-NBA talent anymore. He just needs to be an all-star caliber player, a player that can give you 20 plus points per game and be a little bit efficient. You know what I mean? I do feel like Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett, of course, can take the Knicks to the playoffs, but maybe like an 8 seed, not more than that. But for that, it's going to take a bounce back season from Julius Randle, you know, because last season he had one of his worst shooting seasons in his whole career, and RJ Barrett needs to become more consistent from the field. And if Jalen Brunson does the thing that he did with the Dallas Mavericks last season during the playoffs, then the Knicks are going to be an 8 seed next season in the Eastern Conference. And this is going to sound a little bit controversial, but I must still say it. I do feel like the Knicks have the potential to be one of the best teams in the NBA in the future. Not next year, in the future. Do not go crazy about this. This is just me as a Knicks fan hoping for the best, but I do feel like they are building the right culture now and are attracting some free agents just like Jalen Brunson, who is a great point guard. In the future, they're going to be able to attract more free agents just like Jalen Brunson, or even better. But let me know down in the comment section what you think about RJ Barrett. Do you think he can become an all-star or not? Do you think he's overrated or properly rated? Like I think he is properly rated, and I feel like he can become an all-star next season. And let me know also down in the comment section what you think about the Knicks. Do you think they can make the playoffs? I do. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.